Hey, my beautiful Sagittarius. Christina here with Ginger Mama Tarot. I have your May Taroscope coming at you. When I was channeling for you, I was seeing like this ball of fire, just like an infinite space. And it was almost like this passion, this drive, this force that like everyone's like, I don't want to mess with them. But it was also like not directed properly. Like I got this sense where it was like you're just like I don't know where to put that. I don't know where to go. So let's see what the cards have to say. Whoa. Yeah, dang. Okay. Some of you are overwhelmed first and foremost because the Seven of Cups here is all about lots of options, right? Like you're just like, I don't even know where to put my energy. This also can be indicative of opening up your chakra systems. So depending on where you are in your journey, maybe that's beginning for you, or you need to do some research into your chakras. Maybe you'll learn something there. But I get the sense this is a very like stubborn energy right now. The Four of Cups here, you're heavily thinking about the past, where others hurt you, where you might have hurt others. You're just like, I don't care about this cup right here. I'm going to look back and just ruminate on the past. It's like, excuse me, the universe is right here. Like we have a whole new cup, a whole new life for you. Also, I just saw a black crow fly right by my window. So black crows might be significant if you see one. So right now, again, you guys, these are all cards. This is about control. This is someone that's holding on tightly to, it could be finances, actual money, the pentacles here. It could also be someone just holding on tightly to beliefs or insecurities, fear. You're just like, nope. I have a way of doing things and that's the way I do it and period. That's it. And, how's it working for you? That's what I like to ask people. How's it working for you? Because the energy here just feels like it's not okay. Like there's some major like pain here, heartbreak, Three of Swords upright. We also have the Six of Cups reversed. Like this could be pain that stems from something that happened in your childhood. It could be a current situation. You could be a parent. But there is like some pain here that just is like you're just holding on to that. You're sitting in that pain instead of releasing that to the universe and saying, okay, this experience happened to me. It was real. It was traumatic. But instead of constantly making that the excuse in my life, I'm going to move forward. On a spiritual awakening, we're getting to the point where we understand that we have all been the victim in our lives, but we've also all been the abuser. And that's a very hard lesson to learn and take accountability for, but that's what we're being called to do. So really maybe get clear about that. Where have you not treated others fairly? Where have you blamed others? And a great way to do this is journaling, writing about this, typing on your computer, just whatever comes to your mind. It could be past things in your life or current situations, but that will help you better see, okay, this was where I really messed up, but this is where I should have held better boundaries so that someone could not have hurt me like that. Because at the end of the day, I mean, if you're a child, that's one thing, right? You cannot control abuse that occurs in childhood. But when we struggle and have problems as adults, it's typically because we're not upholding boundaries. And the Queen of Swords here, as I say that, is on top reversed. This is someone, possibly a feminine energy. Doesn't have to be. Everyone, we have both feminine and masculine energies within us, okay? But many people carry an imbalance one way or the other. But you're being asked to set better boundaries, possibly cut people out of your life. Are there friends, family members, lovers, anyone that's not serving you right now? You need to set the boundary to cut them out right now, to focus solely on you, okay? That is what is going to help you in your journey. You're gonna feel better because, wow, this fire, it's like, and maybe that fireball I was channeling is a lot of just like anger or rage, and that's okay. These emotions, so often society says that we can't experience this array of emotions. It's just supposed to be like steady and stable and clear all the time. No, the entire reason source, God, the universe, whatever you resonate with, gave us this polarity of emotions was so we can experience both, right? If you can't experience rage, then you can't experience peace. If you cannot experience Sadness, you cannot experience joy. Also, I hear a helicopter going off. Helicopters are always symbolic to me, a reminder that source is always around us, protecting us, okay? So as you're going through these emotions and it's hard, remember source is always with you, surrounding you, protecting you, holding you. They love you, okay? I love that helicopter going off. But the Knight of Swords right here with the Six of Swords upright, this is telling me you want to move into calmer waters, but you're almost trying to do it too quickly. Source is saying, look, this is not going to be overnight. This is a journey. This is a process. So pull back, okay? In order to get to calmer waters, you're going to have to be the Queen of Swords and really get clear. Where do I really want to be? Do I really want to go to that party this weekend? Is that going to be too much energy? Do I really want to see all those family members? Is that going to be too overwhelming? What do I really want to do? Do I just want to read a book this weekend? Do I want to journal? Do I want to go to the park or on a walk? I feel like nature would be really good for all of you. I'm a fire sign too, and I understand that fiery passion, that drive to go, go, go. But you know, you're this mutable placement as a Sagittarius. And so sometimes you're really in that cardinal energy of like, go, go, go. But then quickly you fall back into this fixed placement of like, no, this is how it is. And so that mutable energy ebbs and flows and can be both really great if it's balanced, right? It's a beautiful thing when it's balanced, but it can also be very jarring when you go back and forth between those two energies, okay? So yeah, especially when it comes to family here, we have the 10 of Cups reversed, telling me that you're having difficulty with your family relationships. Could be extended family, could be your personal family relationships, and you're being called to sit in hermit mode. And hermit mode is when we sit and heal independent of others. It's when we get real with ourselves. We get raw. We literally, it's like when I did this in November, a lot of times I'd order like carry out and I'd sit in my bed and I'd pull up a box of tissues, next to me, and I'd get out my computer and I was just like, or I'd turn on some music or take a shower or a bath, like all these things. And I would just sit there and be like, what's coming into my mind? I'm going to allow that thought. I'm going to allow that feeling to just wash over me. If it's anxiety, I'm just going to sit with the anxiety and say, it's okay, Christina, you're allowed to be anxious right now. If it's anger, I'm going to punch a pillow. I'm going to get mad. I'm going to type out my anger. Then I'm going to burn, I would write out too letters or thoughts, about myself. I would burn that letter and say no more. Many of you, I also feel like possibly, the devil reversed here, like you're trying to break addictions. This could be a drug addiction of any kind. This also could be a sexual addiction or an addiction to needing others, codependency, things like that. But you're doing it. It's just, I feel like some of you are doing it in such this logical way. It's like I picture someone with an Apple Watch on, where they're just like, am I doing it right? Is that right? And like I used to wear an Apple Watch all the time, right? And I got to this place in my journey where I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I did that for years. And let me tell you something. I got rid of the watch. I started following in flow and alignment. I lost 45 pounds this year. I feel amazing. And by the way, I eat what I want to eat when I want to eat it. I move when I want to move when I want to move. There is no strict schedule here. There's no strict regimen. It is just source guiding me. So many of you, Knight of Pentacles, slow down, loves. Slow down. The Ace of Wands, I know you feel like, well, I'm never going to get that new beginning. I'm never going to get that new job. I'm never going to get that new thing. For starters, if you're telling yourself that, then that is what you are manifesting. So instead, tell yourself, hey, I'm working really hard on me today. By me sitting here and writing and journaling and slowing down, pulling back from family, friends, only collaborating with others who are really awoke, really on a spiritual journey, really make me feel seen, safe, held, that I know are good for me. By doing that, I am getting to the place of awakening. I am. This card is about passion. It's about new beginnings. But part of an awakening is finding your true passion within you, right? And on your own. And see, these little leaves are always indicative of the awakenings. There are multiple awakenings that occur. There's not just one. And you cannot get to the top until you start down here at the bottom. And so in your writing, in your rebirth, death in reverse, rebirth of the way you view your life and the circumstances that you've been in for the entirety of your existence here, which is a lot to unpack. As you begin to do these little layers where you pull it back and you start to see more clearly what the picture actually is, you're going to begin to awaken. And that's kind of what I picture. It's almost like a book of is it like, I almost feel like I see like a book with a beautiful picture. It's like wax paper or something. There's like all these layers, and you're just like, you're trying to just flip the book. And they're like, no, you got to go one layer at a time, and you're going to slowly see clearer and clearer. The Hierophant on its side, I think many of you were doubting this whole spiritual journey to begin with. You're like, is this real? This is BS. Like, I don't know. Or you're just half into it. It's almost like this feeling of like, it's trendy, so I guess I'm gonna like wear crystals and talk. And it's like, no, this is very real. And in order to really be spiritual, to ascend and evolve, you actually got to put in the hard work. And that's the raw truth. And so it's up to you if you want to do that. The longer you fight this process, the harder it becomes for you. But the quicker you can just walk forward and say, okay, because temperance, again, I know you're impatient. I know. But this is a process that takes time. It took you this long to get here on this earth, 255 as I say that. It's going to take you a long time to unpack it, okay? But the sooner you can walk forward and take these little steps of making sure you're really following your intuition, that gut feeling, that sacral chakra, where do I want to be when? Then you're really going to start to get there, Sagittarius, okay? This is a choice. And once you decide, I do want to commit to learning more about myself, to healing myself, to growing spiritually, it's going to happen much quicker than you think, okay? So please don't be insecure. You don't feel silly. There are no silly questions. There's no silly right, wrong way to do this. This is between you and Source. All right, travel forward, okay? And again, the last warning, this Five of Wands, I'm telling you, some of you, do you hear this airplane too? Whenever I hear airplanes taking off, it means someone is ascending rapidly. They are literally being called to the higher realms very quickly, which is how I feel for you. But you're not going to get there if you're in conflict. This can be symbolic of lots of people. See all these people with their wands? They're all awakening, right? And they're all saying this is the way to do it, and that's the way to do it, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not here to tell you how to do it. And you shouldn't be telling anyone else how to do it. You should simply be focused on slowing down. The Chariot's all about quick movement. This is all the opposite. Slowing down and calling back your energy and saying, I will not engage in that. I am going to ascend on my own time, in my own way, away from others, okay? That is what's gonna help you rebalance those emotions, okay? You're not gonna feel like a fireball out, just with no place to go. You're gonna start to be able to understand where that comes from. So I love all of you. I assure you, you're going to get there. Also, the color orange is coming in strongly for me, and mint green, which might be symbolic to you. I'm picturing like a mint green polka dot like bathing suit. I don't know. That's coming in. And also repeating numbers. Focus on those. That's Source calling you to check in with your intuition and your higher self. If you're thinking a really positive thought, that's Source saying, yeah, you're on the right track. You're on the right track. Or if you're maybe thinking, hey, I don't know if I want to go to that party, and you look at your watch or your clock and it's a repeating number, that's Source saying, yeah, that's the right thought, don't go. So keep that in mind, okay? But Sagittarius, you got this, all right? Don't beat yourselves up. Everybody's in different places on the journey, and I just feel like you guys are really in your heads, okay? Stop doing that. Also, if many of you are having dreams, you're up more at night, that's Source trying to guide you. Hey, right now in the middle of the night, instead of fighting this and trying to go back to sleep, pull out your computer, pull out your notebook, and write. I swear, if you can write and journal, it is going to make such a difference, okay? I love all of you. I will see you next month. I hope you have a